Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, hello. Welcome back to part 3 of Dragon Age Origins. Do not worry, you did not miss several episodes of this in the last 2 weeks. I simply wasn't able to stream it because I was ill. So don't worry, this is in fact episode 3. We are still at Ostagar, the battle has begun. If you don't remember what happened last time. And we're about to ascend up the Tower of Ishal with Alistair to light the beacon, or not, as the case may be. Spoilers! Oh no! Hello, YouTube. Why aren't you here, says Thunder. I would ask you the same question, YouTube. But I'm sure you've all got you've all probably got decent excuses beyond laziness. Although there's going to be a few of you who are too lazy to turn up. Admit it. Admit it. Come on. Although, of course, as I've said to the chat already, I don't know how many people are here because Twitch's UI is broken and isn't telling me how many viewers are watching right now. But the last count was about 70, so that was just before we started now. So anyway, I did put a... Oh yes, probably a good time to mention this actually. I did put a post out on the YouTube via the YouTube community thing, which is now a thing on YouTube and exists, announcing, hey, the stream is starting. Here's the link. And basically what it allows me to do now is post text updates in a manner similar to Twitter or something, basically, to YouTube directly, which will appear in your feed if you've got, like, the notifications and stuff for it turned on. So if you want to actually receive updates and useful info from me, which I frequently don't have time to make an update video to explain people stuff to, then I think you have to actually enable that yourself. I can't remember off the top of my head how you do it. I think you have to, when you hit subscribe on one of my videos or on my main channel or something like that, it comes up with an option saying, like, you know, turn on notifications for videos or not, you know, with the bell icon or whatever, and you also have to now turn on notifications for the channel feed up community tab thing, whatever it's called. But if you turn that on as well, you'll get updates and announcements and stuff from me in that form as well. I already provided that stuff via Twitter, but very few people actually bothered to follow me on Twitter. So a lot of people were not getting updates and stuff that I put out, which were occasionally quite important. But anyway, don't worry about big spam too much either. I save Twitter for the spamming. I will only post reasonably important stuff on the YouTube thing. So anyway, public service announcement over. Let's play some Dragon Age. I assume if I hit resume here, it'll take us to exactly where we were when we left off. Let's hope so. Yeah, we have a whole 2 moderators in the stream, Tom, so yeah. Watch yourself. You have survived the joining, your initiation into the Grey Warden ranks. Night has fallen over Ostagar, and the King and the Grey Wardens have gone out to meet the Darkspawn. You and Alistair have been tasked with lighting the beacon in the Tower of Ishal. When the Darkspawn have committed themselves, this beacon will signal Ten Loghain's forces to attack the Darkspawn horde. Thank you for the recap there, by the way, game. That's a nice feature, by the way, because I frequently come back to games maybe a month after not having played them, and I forget what's going on. The only RPGs I can think of that do that are this and The Witcher 3. Anyway, the battle is beginning. Lord Humphrey and his faithful hound Boris will save the day. And that's a lot of what I think are sprites. I think those are sprites, they're not 3D models. We're having a big battle. Down there. Oh god. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. I knew that was coming. I thought it did a lot more damage than that, though. I'm in need of help. Okay, no, it was that one. That was the one I thought. Never mind. I'm a clumsy oaf. Didn't actually take any health damage from that, though, so that's fine, I guess. Uh-oh. Dramatic music is starting.
Make it help us. They're everywhere.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Very well. Come with me, random mage, circle mage, and okay, not him. He's running away. That's fine. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, because we've got Boris with us, so we only get one of the 2 NPCs to follow us this time. Very well. It's fighting time. Let's do this. Have I got my modes active already? I think I have. Powerful swings and precise striking. Passive buffs for the win. Speaking of which, you can activate your shield defense as well while we're at it. I like passive buffs, they're good for lazy people like me. And we've got a mage as well who can do stuff. Let's have a move up here. Get out of flame on these fellas. Although I think I'm going to hit Alistair with that, so let's not do that. What else has he got then? He's got weakness. He's got arcane bolt, flame blast, lightning, flaming weapons. That'd be good actually. That's another passive type thing. And paralyze. Just chuck an arcane bolt out there. Why not? Pew. Alright, so far so good. Just do a little bit of looting. I know our mission is urgent and all, but we kind of need this stuff. By kind of need it, I mean we absolutely do need it. Especially when it comes to potions. Well, I know, sorry, not potions, poultices. But you know what I mean.
Right.
You. Alright. Stop harassing the mage. It's rude. Really should just do a tactical view, it's easier. There we go. Can you not shoot him from there? Really? Wow, okay. Ooh. Lightning! Resisted, really? Wow, okay. Ooh, let's cast a bit of weakness on you.
You never had a chance.
Because why not? You got a tabletop group to get to. Well, have fun then. I'm still planning the D&D campaign thing at the minute. I mean, it's on the back burner though, because I know I was busy with the NaNoWriMo thing, and I know at least a couple of my prospective players were as well, so... But yeah, I haven't forgotten about that D&D campaign I mentioned. It's just myself and the people who would be involved with it have been kind of busy, so...
Yes. Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Damn right, Humphrey. I've still got more reading material to get through, to be honest with you. I need to refresh myself with some of the rules books and things.
On it.
I remember playing this on the hardest difficulty, and that part was actually quite difficult. Yeah, I think I've played this game through on hard before, and I remember it being a bit tricky. Alright. In we go! We may die at least once in this bit in here. I think you guys probably know which... If you've played the game before, you know which bit I'm talking about. Yeah, I think, in fact, it is this very bit here. I remember the first time I ever played this game, I definitely had a party wipe at this moment. Doesn't this break in a second? Oh, no, okay, we'll go around this way instead. Alright, oh, he's already cast an arcane bolt, fair enough. Let's see if we can maneuver ourselves for a... No, this isn't going to work, is it? I'm going to torch everybody. Yeah, stupid dog's in the way. Damn it! Oh well, no, I think I might just activate flaming weapons, honestly. It might do us more good. No. Doesn't even do that much damage, to be honest. Arcane shield. It doesn't shield everybody, does it? Just him. Paralyze. Yeah, why not?
It's either you or me, and it's gonna be me. This is it.
Alright. Sneaky mage over there. He needs to be dealt with. Oh, trap triggered. What? Guys! There we go. Pew! Oh, Humphrey's already dead. I didn't even notice. Ha! Never mind. Told you so. Alistair, go kill the stupid emissary. Or Humphrey. Nah, like mages in this game are not Baldur's Gate 2 levels of OP, fortunately, but they're worth worrying about, that's for sure. Oh my god, we're in Boris mode. I've just noticed if you cast flame weapons and you've got the dog, it just sets the dog on fire. That's actually quite funny. It looks like one of the incendiary pigs from Rome Total War, oh my god. It's actually a hound from hell right now. Anyway. It's now a hot dog. That was unforgivable, that pun. Right. Surprise!
Show me what you got.
Oh, extra surprise.
Right there. Take that. Let's have at it. Let's make this quick.
You know, this guy's actually attacking you, so go for him instead.
You'll never know what hit him. Let's get started. Take that!
Splat.
This should be easy enough. Right.
Small flawed lightning crystal, eh? I'm sure that's not useful at all for a certain AI companion
Let's get
we
started.
may meet later. Oh yeah, a rogue in the party.
On it.
Plus, I think even if you've got the other soldier guy who technically is a rogue, you can't open most of these. A bunch of these chests in here you can only get open if your player character's a rogue, pretty much. And since I don't think I've ever played a rogue in Dragon Age, I have no idea what's in them. Probably some good stuff.
This should be easy enough.
Maybe I should have played a rogue this time, just to shake things up a bit, but nah. Just doesn't appeal, really, to be honest. I like playing like sneaky characters in games where you can which actually have some element of stealth. To be honest with you, that's the thing. Like, I don't... In a sort of CRPG like this, if you like, I don't really like playing stealthy characters because all the fun of actual stealth is missing. You know what I mean? I mean, for all the fun we poke at the Elder Scrolls games for not being true RPGs and whatnot, at least they do have a reasonably semi-competent stealth system that's actually quite fun. You know what I mean?
Weapons at the ready.
Like, I love playing a sneaky stealth character in the Elder Scrolls games. It's so much fun. Except for Morrowind and Daggerfall, where it doesn't really work, to be honest, but hey.
This should be easy.
But in, like, Oblivion and Skyrim, for example, yeah, playing a sneaky rogue is tons of fun.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Daggerfall is indeed a true nightmare. I've kind of got one eye on that Daggerfall Unity project that they're doing, but generally speaking, yeah. Ugh. Daggerfall. Oh dear. Such a potentially good game ruined by a few gameplay decisions that were just crazy. You could try telling them they're in the wrong place.
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Tyron Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
Yeah, someone's basically rebuilding Daggerfall in Unity. And it looks like an interesting project, I will admit. There's a note on my Patreon page that basically says if I ever get to like $1,000 a month in pledges, I will do a Daggerfall Let's Play. And I will, actually. That is a promise, by the way. But it's a deliberate promise made in the knowledge that I will probably never get $1,000 a month on Patreon. So, I certainly never have up until now.
This should be easy enough. Darkspawn, destroy the fiends. On your guard.
Smack. I do like those finisher moves. It's a nice touch.
On it.
You are looking sparkly today, Humphrey. You're looking very festive, actually. It's like a big old chainmail Christmas tree. What have we here? A discarded book. History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. Maybe another time. Ah, it's the bit with the balusters. Come on, someone wander close enough.
On it.
There we go.
Right.
Oops. I'm just... Alistair, move out the way, man. Come on. There we go. No. No. Ah, Alistair! Dude.
We're watching you.
And Humphrey. Right. Oh, also you need to... you really need a health bolted. Oh, dear.
And that.
Ah, they're all out of the way now. Have an arcane bolt to the face, my friend. Are they all dead? No, not quite. Still these guys. Charge!
This should be easy enough. Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can... Yeah, sure, you can steal stuff from people in,
As
say,
you wish.
Baldur's Gate, for example. But it's not fun. You just generally all it comes down to is you press a steal button in the shop inventory, and then a dice is rolled to see if you get away with it. That's not fun, you know? It's not like robbing the Imperial City Market District in Oblivion, where you wait until nightfall, and then you creep in, and then you unpick the lock on the door, and then you go in there, you start taking stuff out of the cabinets, and then you go upstairs and try and rob things from the room while the guy is still asleep in his own bed, and then you try and pickpocket him while he's sleeping, and then you dash off again. It's, you know, it's not completely incomparable in my opinion. The dog just level up, it did, yeah. Sometimes I forget that the dog can level up. I mean, yeah, putting buckets on people's heads in Skyrim and then robbing them blind is admittedly ridiculous, but as hilarious as it is, it definitely implies a certain level of depth to the stealth and thieving system in that game, that it can be exploited in that fashion. Problem with Skyrim is people just don't react to you doing stupid bullshit, like running around on tables, tap dancing, and kicking all the table pots and pans off and stuff like that. People just don't care. So, you know, realistically, the NPC should be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And if you try and put a bucket on their head, but
charge as soon as we light the signal.
You know,
the king is depending on us.
There's a limit to what they can program, I guess. Although I suppose Oblivion's way around that problem was to make it a death penalty offense to even move an item on a table that didn't belong to you. So I should really level up the dog. We'll do that in a second. That looks like that hurts, Humphrey, I'm just saying. Look at that expression. Anyway, let's stop this mage from being killed. Let's paralyze. There you go, that'll sort you out.
Take that!
And I should probably give you... Oh, yeah, Humphrey's injured as well. I almost forgot about that. He's got a concussion. As if he needed the help. Oh, my God. I'll have to give him an injury kit in a minute. Note to self. Level up the dog. Give Humphrey injury kit. Also, Mage is about to die. Run away. Just stay here. Wait for them to kill the rest. I'm not wasting an injury kit on you, mate. I'm not even wasting health potions on you. Stupid temporary. Disposable NPCs, right. Boris! More strength. Okay.
On it. As you wish.
Fine, I'll recast flame weapons, my god. Except it's... Why do I need to recast it? It's already on. Look. Alistair's sword is on fire. Oh, I see, because Humphreys isn't. Oh, whatever. Good heavens, some people. Backseat gamers. What can you say? Not like we needed the help, come on.
Darkspawn approach.
You are not doing this as optimally as you possibly can, therefore I shall throw a tantrum. You know what, I'm gonna just... Oh, hang on a minute. Where's that lever that opens the cages? There it is. Release the hounds! Humphrey's dead also, by the way. It's fine, we got more friends. Where's the stupid Genlock Alpha? There you are. Right. He's almost dead now, so this is almost pointless, but hey. Weakness! And the mage is dead too. Brilliant. If you come to this channel expecting optimized gameplay, you have come to the wrong place, friend. You came to the wrong neighborhood. Right. So now we've got concussion and head trauma. Hurrah! Well, let's see if we can fix both of those with one stone. Unless I've only got lesser injury kits. I only have lessers. That's annoying. Whatever. I do that twice, haven't I? Why has the injury kit got a cooldown? Why, game developers? That is the stupidest thing ever.
On it.
Wooden recruit shield. Huh. Right. Oh, crikey, hello. Do you want to actually paralyze him, please? Goodness me. Oh, resisted. That's annoying. I don't think he does a heap of damage, does he? Oh my god, I can't even target you because the door is in the way. That's cheating, my friend. Oh dear, never mind. Poor mage. Too late.
On it.
Oh my days. More of them. Well, on the bright side, since the mage is dead, I don't have to micromanage nearly as much. Just occasionally pop a poultice, and that's about all it comes down to now. I don't want to put the mage in melee, for heaven's sake. Also, why are the doggies? Can you not follow us?
Done.
Right.
We'll bring the doggies with us. More crates, hurrah!
On it.
With more injury kits, which is always good. How many injuries do you have now? He's got a head trauma and a cracked skull. Oh dear. Well, tough. You're going to die anyway.
Let's make this quick, shall we? Cut them down!
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah, that's right. What did I do?
Weapon stand. Battle axe! Steel. Oh, nope. Chasing blade's still better. Even though this requires more strength to use. I suppose it does have a higher critical chance. And slightly more armor penetration. But nah. We fine. The top floor. Hello there, beastie. This will be fun. Right. First things first. Our paralyze probably ain't gonna work, is it? We'll do weakness though. Resisted? Fuck you. Did that really work? Did we just we paralyze the ogre? Fair enough. I'm slightly surprised. I bet I won't be able to get that off again this same fight. That was probably a lucky roll of the dice there, if anything. Oh, hello. Yeah, he's noticed the mage. Oh boy. No, 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 my friend. No, no. He's really pissed with this mage, isn't he? Oh boy. Guess what you need to take. And you. And probably the dog too, but fuck it.
You need help? Right then.
Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. But we paralyzed him, so cool. Get wrecked, Ogre. Although, because he was paralyzed, we didn't get to see the cool finisher, I suppose, but hey.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Light it quickly. However, first, I would like to, level up. That's alright about you, Alistair. Dual weapon no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Stunning blows. 200 string. Ah. Take that. And for you, sir, we give you that. And that. Good. Job done. Nice, easy, quick level up. Soul Rot Bomb, Heavy Chainmail, Steel, nice. Arvid's Aegis, Journeyman Lightning Rune, and a Diamond. Don't mind if I do. Heavy Chainmail. Yes, please. Anything else? Got some barrels. Funny how we had more trouble with the minions downstairs than we did with the final boss, but hey. That's the way it goes sometimes. You are welcome, Niall. Niall? I don't know how to pronounce your username. I'm really sorry. Model Ogres of Shrek. Okay. Paralyzed works on at 25% of the time on Nightmare difficulty. That seems generous for Nightmare difficulty, to be honest. I'm just amazed that Paralyzed worked more often than Weakness did. Weakness didn't work at all. Yeah, it's a bit of an unimpressive beacon, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's just a fireplace, really, if we're honest. I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to function. I guess. I mean, you've got this chimney, right, I suppose, and it goes all the way up that way into the ceiling? And I don't know, honestly. How does the fire get from here all the way? We're overthinking this way too much. Let's just do it.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
of you, let's move.
And the betrayal that surprised absolutely nobody. Yeah, it's just like it's like Dungeons and Dragons. The ogre reduced Kaelin's health to -10 HP, and therefore he's dead. Dead.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
Yes. Where am I?
Back in the wilds, of course.
Where are my clothes?
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and I have just bandaged your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
Wait, what happened to the army? To the king?
The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
What happened to the Grey Wardens and the king?
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
What about Alistair? Is he all right?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
Very unkind. Those were his friends.
And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of Grey Wardens the legends note.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Where are my clothes? Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Thanks a lot. Actually, no. I happen to be nobility, you know.
I stand corrected.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why didn't Logain abandon the king? Why did he even?
I do not know who this Logain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Right. If you don't mind, I'll just be taking that. And I won't be taking that because I'm not a rogue. Damn it.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm fine. Appreciate your concern.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blights. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Of course not.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Logain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
What is this Archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An Archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
We should contact the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Kaelin already summoned them. They'll come if they can, but I expect Logain has already taken steps to stop them. We must assume they won't arrive in time.
What could the Terran hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Al-Eamon? The Isle of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, We could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Do. Everyone will see the danger the blight poses. Right.
You could wait for the archdemon to make its appearance. I imagine that might be convincing.
It's been centuries since the last blight. Nobody will take it seriously until it's too late.
If nothing else, a pig-headed determination to never look facts in the face will see us through. We'll find a way. It's up to us, after all.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Thank you, but if Morrigan doesn't wish to join us,
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Doggo!
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Actually, I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is Harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Hello, Duke. How you doing? Just noticed you in the chat. Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
It's just difficult to imagine. Yeah.
Young? Married? Pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
And you could substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
That bot is making the rounds everywhere on Twitch at the minute, isn't it? God. Go away. That bot was in a stream I was watching last night as well. Like, not my stream, and it's someone else's. Twitch, get your shit together and sort that stuff out. Sorry, folks. I had to alt-tab out to deal with that. Now the game is frozen. Uh-oh. Please come back, Dragon Age, please. Oh dear. I think it might have died. I've got a Windows error message, like, in the bottom. Fuck's sake. Yep, it just killed itself. Great, great, great. I can't remember where we last saved either, so that's fantastic. Fucking bot. Although, to be honest, Dragon Age ought to be capable of being alt-tabbed out of and back into without crashing. So I'm inclined to blame Dragon Age more than anything. Resume. Fucking hell, are you kidding? It's really not. Whatever happened to autosaves? Jesus. save automatically, you fucking game. Well, folks, round 2 of the ogre fight. Here we go. Oh my god. I'm sorry, there's literally no way around this. We have to do this again. And of course, Paralyzed didn't work this time.
Let's have at it!
This fight's going to be like twice as hard this time, isn't it, as well, just to add insult to injury.
Just die already!
Although if he keeps following me around like this, it won't be too hard. Lol. Okay, Mr. Ogre. If you want to do it this way, then fine, I guess.
Look at this mess! I love it! Show me what you got!
Do. There we go. Alistair died just in time for the level up. Nice one. Oh, epic! Okay. We got to see that this time. Stab.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Out of curiosity, right? He's coughing blood, which is not great. But out of curiosity, I'm wondering if he'll be automatically magically healed if we do this next bit. Probably not, but you never know. Okay, that's done. Bleeding quick save.
As you wish.
Right. Let's see if we can skip through this as quick as possible.
Back in the
And
wild.
remember what dialogue
How does your
options I
memory
picked.
fare? Do you remember Mother's... Those he abandoned were massacred. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
I'm not going to bother asking the questions again. I don't think that makes a difference.
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. He is, as you are. And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of great...
Right. Just pinch that. Quick save again. We learned a valuable lesson, I suppose. Although I have actually turned on quick auto saves again now.
Alive.
Well, I don't know why they were turned off, but
I thought you were dead for sure.
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not? It has always been the Grey War. Now,
The archdemon.
an archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn.
If Al-Eman knew what he did, he would... I know him. He's a good man, respected in the land. It's been centuries since the last blight. Nobody will take it serious. So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an...
So you are set then. You heard me, girl. You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance.
this is basically
As
how
for
I used to
you,
play RPGs back when
Consider
I
this
was like
repayment for your lives.
like at 14. I just skipped through absolutely everything. It's funny how the way we play games completely changes as we get older. That's how I used to play like Morrowind and Oblivion when I was very young. Not very young in Oblivion's case, but you know what I mean. Like I just skipped through all the dialogue and used gold cheats constantly in God mode and stuff.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you...
Or if you prefer, I shall simply be your... I may have answers. Ask. Mother wishes for me to... So, yes, 'twas she who raised... Young? Married? Of course they have. They even called out their... Beyond that, 'tis close, and...
That's true. We should be able to sneak...
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Right, I think this is what we're up to. Morrowind might have actually been the first RPG you read text in. Yeah, it's probably the same for me, actually, now that I think about it. It's definitely something to be said for the old text days, I have to admit. I mean, it's a pain when you're doing a video of it or something, because it can be really tiresome having to read it out all the time. However, I think what I feel, and I believe there might have even been, like, scientific studies to prove this, but I feel like I take in the dialogue and the story and the plot a lot more if I'm reading as opposed to having something voiced. If that makes sense. I think it's like audiobooks versus actually reading the book. I prefer to actually read the book if I can rather than listen to an audiobook because I take more of the story and I remember more of it. Anyway. Darkspawn are camped further in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells.
Oh no, we already had this as well, didn't we?
I can
Also
know at least 50.
I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Right. Is there anything we can nick? You may be saying right now, Dave, why is this area here so big for just a tiny bit where you have a conversation outside a hut? Can't imagine why it's such a large area. Can't imagine. Can't imagine. Maybe we'll find out later. Right. There you go. I have quick saved. It is done. Right. To Lothering, then, I guess. Yo, moderators, can you do your job, please? Just saying.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Good evening, Gibbon.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
This group of bandits, yeah. Normally I talk my way through this, but I don't know if we can. With Humphrey's complete and utter hilarious lack of persuasion skill. So this should be interesting. Yeah, as Lava Jackal said, we are now just kind of about to get into the point of the game where it branches out and becomes a lot more interesting all of a sudden. We're reaching the point where in your traditional BioWare game, you get to branch off in sort of 4 or more directions to do different parts of the main quest, basically. So, you should listen to your friend. We are not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
They are amusing, I have to admit, even if they're bandits. I regret it, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Can we intimidate? Probably not. We'll give it a go, though. Do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Teyrn Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found. What do you say, gents? With that kind of bounty, we can retire. Let's be heroes to the kingdom.
Yeah!
Right. So, what spells have you got, Morrigan? Frost weapons, lightning, mind blast, which is currently being cast. Horror, spider shape, vulnerability hex. Disorient. Drain life. And Winter's Grasp. I remember Winter's Grasp being pretty good. And obviously herbalism as well.
Right.
I
Oof.
shall do it.
I suppose I'll use frost weapons as well.
You will learn to fear me.
I don't like it. I have to admit, I don't like it very much in games where they tie your ability to intimidate to your persuasion skill, because persuasion and intimidation are 2 completely different things, if you ask me. Where's... Sorry, there it is. No, on him,
You had it coming.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Alistair, could you not die, please? Alistair!
We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Oh no, that intimidate option definitely never fails. That's the first time I've ever failed it, playing the game in all the many playthroughs I've done of this game. Yeah, no, that's the only time it's ever failed, because normally, every time I play this game, I do a character that can actually persuade people, so... yeah. Get by, you're a criminal.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
I want some questions answered.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
Have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
Intimidate based on your strength. Persuasion's based on your cunning. The coercion skill gives a huge bonus to both, right? Okay, fair enough. But yeah, my point still kind of stands, to be honest with you. I don't think persuasion and intimidation should be kind of drawn from the same thing, because, I mean, technically, yeah, okay, you get a bonus based on strength for intimidation, but most of it comes from having the coercion skill, so... And I know that they've craftily called it coercion and not persuasion to get around that point, but still. There's a reason why, in Dungeons and Dragons and whatnot, for example, intimidation and persuasion are two separate, completely separate skills. Because you could be playing a real brute of a character, like a huge hulking mass of muscle, just skinhead bouncer type character, right? And he could be just absolutely terrible at persuading people whatsoever. But you better believe he can intimidate the crap out of people, right? Just with his mere presence. So. What news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tern Loghain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Still sparkly though, look at us. What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tern Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
Stop asking questions.
Well, then let me go.
I'm turning you into the authorities.
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
You nearly executed us! Humphrey's not a dickhead. He's not very smart, but he's not a dickhead either, so... Start running and don't come back. Actually, no, hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Yeah, no. Get lost.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Knight's Locket and a Knight's Note. New quest, a Fallen Templar. And a note from Sir Henrik. I don't know if I'm going to read that right now, I'll be honest with you. Right. So, Alistair, you have a cracked skull. Hooray. Although I was correct, he did get that healed. After we, although, no, he didn't get that healed because we fought the ogre a second time and he didn't die. Or no, he did die. So I guess it did get healed because otherwise he'd have 2 injuries right now. So yeah. Anyway, you better use that. Right.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah,
So you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
What did you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I need to look for Fergus. He might still be alive.
He was out scouting in the wilds, wasn't he? That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there would be foolish. He is either dead or he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with darkspawn. You will either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all.
That doesn't mean I shouldn't look for him.
That's exactly what it means. You wish to do this brother of yours a service? Avenge him. The time to look for survivors will come later.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Everyone is so mean to Humphrey. They just every time he brings up his brother, everyone's like, no, you can't speak to him. No, you can't go look for him. Deal with it. Poor Humphrey. No, not yet.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for.
That response doesn't matter which one you pick. He says the same line.
And the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
I feel the Morrigan-style character is pretty archetypal in D&D groups, but weirdly absent from CRPGs. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Yeah, no, I'd agree with you on that one. There's always one person that likes playing the snarky loner character, really. That's the thing, isn't it? Or maybe not always. I can think of a few exceptions, actually. But it just depends on the quality of the people in your group, if I'm honest, actually, really. Why are you leaving it up to me? Yeah, good question.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
You've been a few characters like her in MMORPing. Ugh. MMORPing is just, I mean, I don't want to sound like too much of a snob, but Jesus. Like, bottom of the barrel stuff. Certainly in my experience, anyway. And Humphrey and the main human noble in general mysteriously has no idea which families like the Kuzlans are allied with, so he can't go to them for help. You'd think his family's long-standing allies would be the first choice for support. Apparently not, yeah. What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Paul Morrigan doesn't realise we're in an RPG and therefore we're too low level to fight Loghain. I'm not sure if any of this is a good idea.
I'm not sure I like any of it either, but we don't have a lot of choice in the matter.
Of course you have a choice. You could run and forget about it all. Let the Darkspawn do as they wish until other Grey Wardens come. If they come.
That's what you call a choice?
It may not be a good choice, but it's a choice nevertheless. We all choose our path, even when it seems there is only one direction we should go.
How enlightening. At any rate, I'll stay with you whatever you decide.
Ready to get going?
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Frosty dog. Look at him. Ice Cube dog.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
What makes you think that?
You don't look chastened, so you're not from the wilds. And you're not a farmer. I'd guess you saw some fighting.
Also, you are sparkly and glowing. Yes, I was with the King's army.
I thought them that survived already marched north with the Tairn. You must be a survivor, or a deserter. Lucky you, I guess.
I have some questions.
Can't promise I'm going to answer them.
Are those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
I'll take that as a thank you.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
You're a charming individual, aren't you? Who's in charge of the village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
Like buffing a dog with elemental powers is kind of unethical. You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
Just leave your dog out when he goes out for a wee. Don't need to worry about shutting them in for it. That is mean! Mean! How would you even entertain the notion?
I almost feel sorry for the Kunari locked in that cage. It won't be able to defend itself from the Darkspawn.
Kunari, you say?
So let's talk
As if
about
we
your
needed
mother
more fighting
for a
here.
moment.
Don't you see how
I'd
scared
rather
everyone
talk
is?
about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
This should be easy enough.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Do you have ever had a dog? Oh, yeah.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
Yeah, I used to have a dog. He even made a few guest appearances in a couple of videos ages ago. Bum, 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 bum. What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Taking stuff from refugees. Yeah, you're right, actually. I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm so used to looting everything in sight in this game, especially since quite often you do need it. Force of habit. Never actually shown him. Never actually seen him. Well, I'm sure I've shared pictures of him before. I don't think I have any to hand at the minute, though. Doc was such an odd menace. Yeah. He was a peculiar sort, that's for sure. He had a lot of character. That's the nice way of putting it. Thanks for the warning.
Best of luck wherever you might go.
It's a small thing, but I like that the voice is muffled a bit because he's wearing a helmet. It's a small thing, but, you know, sometimes, actually quite a lot, they don't bother to do that in games, and it bothers me slightly.
I don't like this.
More boxes
Stop
of
looking at me,
things.
mongrel. I have nothing you want.
Ooh. It's a gift.
Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
Good dog. Actually. Okay. Do you see anything interesting? Sparkly Christmas dog, look at him, it's awesome. Does not seem to have found anything.
I'm cold. I don't like this.
Ah, the Chantry Board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
Mother, where are you?
Health poultice and a long sword that we don't really need. So, you know what? You can keep that. Although I could probably sell it. No, it's fine.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's
Tom.
so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis.
I thought you said you weren't going to be trolling.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Hello, cat. Also, Rip Tom. As soon as I mention, when someone gets timed out for trolling, you turn up with your Skyrim comments. Damn it, cat! Damn it! Lucky for you, you're also a moderator, so you can't actually get banned. Except by me. And lucky for you, if I alt-tab out the game, it's probably going to crash again. You're diplomatically immune right now. You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
What that was, Queen, was shitposting, and you dealt with it in the correct manner. Well, I'll attempt to intimidate him, although this probably won't work, because, as we've already discussed, we don't have any coercion skill, and therefore, no intimidating for us.
You wouldn't dare. I'm leaving.
Go if you like, but the wagons stay here.
And who's gonna make me leave him? You? I hope the Darkspawn choke on your cheap hides. Ah!
I suppose it couldn't be helped. Maker, help us all.
Well done, Humphrey. You screwed up everything again. Can't even loot the chest. I'll loot the barrel, though. Who are you?
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Can't catch a break, can you, Humphrey? I'm sorry, man. Bandits, bandits everywhere. 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Bryant's caution, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, kill the bandits. I'm accepting this, because we're going to kill those bandits anyway. Simple as.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There, one of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Watch where you throw your accusations, fool!
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Don't be a fool, Darkspawn can be defeated.
No, I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
The heck kind of axe is that you got there, buddy? Even is going on with that thing. Well, I suppose I'm not one to talk with this ridiculous sword I've got. Sparkly Christmas dog. Christmas Humphrey and Christmas dog. I love it. You poor man, what happened to you?
My family, my clan, those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn.
Must have been horrible. How did you escape?
No, I won't listen to the words of a man tainted by Darkspawn.
I'm not evil. Please, won't you talk to me? He won't.
I ran.
Or
Hearing my
he will.
wife's screams as they dragged her off.
You are not honoring her death by acting like this.
Are you calling me a coward?
I know dogs made of sterner stuff than you. Specifically, the one behind me. No, of course not.
I am shamed. But the monsters will take you all. The blackness will come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
That's right, no hope for any of you fools. Mwahaha. There's always hope. Muster your courage.
Our courage? But there's nothing we can do.
It's just so amusing to me. He really couldn't inspire a goldfish, could he? I mean... Such cowardice sickens me. Stay here, then. I'm leaving.
Why is this happening?
Ha! Is there time for a 30-second synopsis of Humphrey? Well... So... He's a noble whose entire family is dead, pretty much, because they got killed in the opening of the game. And he's kind of posh, and he's very brave and courageous, and he's good swinging a sword and stuff, but he's not very clever, and he's rubbish at persuading people, and is not a very good speaker. So, essentially, he means well, but all he can really do is hit things with a sword. So every time he gets into a situation like the last couple, where he attempts to talk his way out of it by being nice, because he's a nice guy at heart, he just always fails hilariously, pretty much, so... Yeah... I deliberately chose it because... To play it this way, because usually when I play this game, and I've just realised... Did I not pick up... I didn't get the armor this time. I didn't get the armor, the nice armor from the ogre. God damn it. Anyway. Yeah, I decided to play it this way because normally when I play this game, I always play a character that's good with, like, coercion. So I decided for once that I just wasn't going to do it. So, and so far it's actually been quite amusing because I've never seen a lot of the failed attempts in this game. So,
if you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
And then I shall go. Do I look like a refugee to you?
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Who's in charge of this Chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
We already knew this, didn't we? Did you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that.
See? I can help.
Make her watch.
I'm helping.
On it.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all.
It's Admiral Ravensburg.
Mercy on us. Yes? Who might you be?
Which reminds me, we will be stopping in a minute to play Battlefleet Gothic, but yeah, I've just realised it's the same voice actor. Pardon me, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It is no trouble. Make her watch over you.
Oh. I didn't realise that was going to end the conversation.
Yes? Who might you be?
I was just being polite. You could call me Humphrey.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
Do many of his knights come here?
Some have in recent days. Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies. Well, never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Yes, Sacred Urn quest, Sacred Ashes, Urn of Sacred Ashes, got there in the end. Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
There won't be a mass boycott of EA, don't be silly. I know people who have sat there and genuinely said, oh, I don't like this loot box gambling thing, but I'm going to buy the game anyway. Seriously, like, more than one person I've seen has done that. People love to get outraged in principle, but don't actually want to stop buying the games. That's a different thing. What's with the 10-minute ban? Because you're a shitposting, dude. Just spamming up the chat with nonsense, so you got timed out. It's not that hard to figure out. Need some information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Are you in charge here?
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
Any language greater than English, says Phoenix Gamer, while speaking English. Evidently not appreciating the irony. And if you found an unsanctioned mage?
Let us pretend that I was such a maid. What would you do to me?
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
Are you the only protection this village has?
Our ban was summoned by Tairn Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
Where'd I find the revered mother?
In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just sitting here casually glowing, along with the dog. It's like frosty smoke coming off the dog, like dry ice. But that's not a that's not a thing. That's not a problem. That's not magic, right? I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Hello there. You have a thing above your head.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tairn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Yeah, the dog's supposed to be freezing. Basically, it's because we've got a spell cast at the minute that gives an ice effect on all our weapons. But in the dog's case, it just turns the entire dog frosty. So, if we say same if we use flame weapons, it turns the dog catches fire. Basically, it's quite amusing. Oh, I completely agree. It's totally overrated, Tom, to be fair. Like, I'm not going to lie. I look back at that LP sometimes, and occasionally, very, very occasionally, when I go back and watch it again, and I just cringe, really, for most of it. I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
I would prefer not to say.
Whatever the reason, the Owl won't be seeing anyone until he's recovered.
I don't like the sound of that. We should see Al-Eman for ourselves and find out what's happening.
You can travel to Redcliffe if you like. Perhaps he has recovered. Or perhaps his son might assist you. If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Reward, perhaps. I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
Most of them, probably. So your quest for the ashes brought you here.
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Yeah, I know, right? He's only got one belt. What's going on? You need at least 3, man. Come on. This is for Eldon. Tell me more about this urn of sacred ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
You'd think, but I'd like to hear what you've learned.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore.
Oh dear, books.
Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions.
Nah, guys, come on. That doesn't count as a belt. That's a strap for his pauldron.
You have
That'd
been
be daft.
most helpful.
A belt is a belt, as in it goes around your waist. Observe, Humphrey is wearing 2 belts, as is Alistair. Morrigan is wearing 1 belt. Although she's got lots of bits of other belts stuck to her clothes, so...
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word dispelled fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned...
This should be easy enough.
When the chant spreads across all 4 corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
Hello.
Let him hear our unwavering...
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
What tithe is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
Very well.
Thank you, my son. What can I do for you, then?
I am a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
I thought I did kill the Templar. I did tell Templar I killed the bandits, although maybe I didn't. Probably lost track because I was being distracted by all the nonsense going on in chat. The dialogue option certainly disappeared. So I've heard, but it is Loghain who betrayed the king.
Tairn Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else... Can you provide any help to the Wardens at all? I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else...
The trophies. I kind of want that to be true, actually. That'd be pretty funny. crossroads, hoping to receive your blessing.
For a Grey Warden? Yes. You have a difficult road to walk, don't you? In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation.
I like how the dog just sits down.
Give him light in darkness. So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else...
Perhaps I should go.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Lost 30 gold. I mean silver. How much? Oh, we've got loads of money. Loads of money! Loads of money!
Hello again. What can I do for you?
About those bandits.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
They robbed me. I demand compensation. One less. I drove them off myself.
Indeed? They're gone?
It's true. I saw the bastard running for the hills myself.
That's an impressive feat indeed. Will you accept a small reward for your efforts?
Certainly, thank you.
If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
And there we got 20 silver back anyway, so... Nice. It doesn't look like we've got any kind of buff that I can tell. Right.
I'm cold. I don't like this.
Right, folks. I'm going to drop a save. Stream 2, I guess we'll call it. Even though this is like episode 3. I'll just call it stream 3 then, fine. I mean... Yeah, we'll do a new save, stream 3. Instead of overwriting the old one. Probably for the best. Alright. Ladies and gents. This is where we end it tonight for Dragon Age. We've gone on a bit longer than I thought we would, actually, but fair enough. Was enjoying it, so screw it. Why not? I am going to, for those of you on YouTube, I'm going to go. I'm going to stop the recording now, and as usual, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next week, 8 PM GMT. Greenwich Mean Time is when we go live with the Dragon Age stream. So if you want to catch it live next week and you didn't this time, then that is when you need to be here. And otherwise, have fun and so on and so forth. And I will catch you next time.